Okay, all right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay. Can you hear me? Hello, everybody. Hello, Claire. Hello, Ian. I'm feeling a bit tired. I didn't get any sleep last night, so I'm going to need your help. Today is October 7th, so it's really. I mean, it's a depressing. It's not a depressing day. It's a day that will go down in history for the Jew. Thank you, Ian Hayes. Can hear me. MC Scott. The check is good. How about the light? I got light on that side, light on this side. I think it's all right. How about this thing here? The camera. Am I in the thing? I'm in the thing. Hello, Joe. Hello, Blackadder. Good to see you. Hello, Claire. Hello, Julian. Hello, MC Scott. Hello, Darklands. We're going to discuss whether this, I don't know. The sound is good, Claire. Thank you very much. Thank you. Claire says I look beautiful. That's really important. Do we do 2 hours today? I wanted to apologize for what I said about the king yesterday. It was extreme. It was extreme, and I don't know if it's any of my business. Hello, Alan Williams. Hello, Ms. Simpson, who's a woman. She's a woman. It sounds like a man. It's a strong male name, S. Simpson, like Sam Simpson, but it's a woman, which is good. I like women. I said some things yesterday about Queen Elizabeth, if you remember correctly. If you remember correctly. Then after the show, I felt guilty because it's none of my business. It's not my business. The hair is particularly good today. Thank you, Julian. I don't know if it is good. It's not like it used to be. I used to have hair, just so much hair. And now it's not quite as hair. I mean, maybe if I had it, I was gonna say washed. It's clean. I do rinse my hair. It doesn't have any bugs in there. Let's see if there's a bug. When there's a crunch. That's it. Marianne is here. Hello from Peekskill, New York. Marianne is here. Cammy Russ is here. So it's going to be a busy show. I can feel it. Today is the anniversary of the Arabs attacking the Muslims, attacking the Jews. So and I don't know if they've had any like demonstrations or parties. The bad people have had it, because if you go against I don't know how it's going to sound. It's going to sound horrible. I see you. This I see you is here, who's also a woman. I never saw your comments on the king. However, you have the right to say how it is. Any fool can see how useful the king is. Not a lot, in my opinion. So you're saying he's not useful. He's useful for Team World. That's what I said. I said he's useful for Team World. He's not the king of the Angles and Saxons and Jutes living in this country. He's the king of Kenyans and Nigerians and Guinea-Bissau people. Joodles is here. Tusi has been live reporting from London, and it's hideous. Hideous. Well, Tusi he's become really good. I mean, I just heard of him a few months ago. And this guy Tusi, he's an Iranian Christian. And they've been through a lot, the Iranians, and Iran is that's one of those countries I'd like to visit, is Iran. It's got an incredible history. The people are incredible, and they've been taken over by Islamicists. I think that's the only way to call those people. Anyway, wow. Some very long names to say hi to, laugh out loud. Yeah, MC Scott. Hi all with the long handles. I got a long handle. I see you. Says what did you say that was bad? I didn't see that. Anyway, Joodles is here. Hello, Joodles. Loudhale is yelling for Intifada with a load of brain dead students. Yeah, well, I think I mean, I think the students' time is gone. The idea of going to university is gone. I went to university. Did it help me? I mean, I could tell people I went to university. People gave me a small amount of respect. Are universities the right thing to send your kid to? I don't think that they are, really. I don't know what the purpose of it is for. And what is the purpose? They get to go to school with crazed with crazed people. I mean, I was crazed when I was at school, and then I graduated from school and I stopped being crazed. Tusi has been one of Tommy's closest friends for years, says Claire C. Okay, well, and we're talking about Tommy Robinson. Tusi said, London has fallen. It looks that way. I haven't seen it. Should I see the video? Anybody can point out the video to me I should look at. Let's just see what the video is. London, October 7th, memorial protest. We'll call it a protest or whatever they're going to call it. We are the majority. Look at these horrible people. Universities hold pro-Palestinian protests. 6 minutes ago, Prime Minister urges students not to join. Who would listen to this guy anyway? Palestinian protest live. Students chant Palestine will live forever. Palestine is a Latin word. It's not even like a Muslim word. What are they called? You know. Well, there's 100 people in Sheffield. Israel has since killed. Yeah, this is what the Independents say. Killed more than 67,000 people in Gaza. That is an absolute lie. It's an absolute lie. I think. I mean, it doesn't sound true to me. It's information that's been put out by the Gaza Department of Health, if there is such a thing, which there is such a thing. Those are the people who said it. So that's that. Even Starmer's calling it out. Well, Starmer's a liar, so you can't believe anything the guy says. It's the same way they said we're gonna close off the boats. Can we like and subscribe, Ian Higgs? You're right, Ian Higgs, exactly. Let's like and subscribe. I've had 2 cups of coffee already, so I don't feel as wide. I didn't get much sleep. You should set up your own university, Shave for you. Thank you very much. I think I'm not a university year, but we're talking about different things. I'm not sure Palestine would last another year, never mind forever. Well, anybody have an idea? Thank you, Lucy, for that comment. Any idea of how you can solve the problem? How you can solve it when you got a group of people who are part of a global intifada, a global caliphate, living right next door to your country. How do you know? How do you know what to do? The Chinese own most of our universities, says I see you. Yeah, that's also part of the problem. I mean, just the lies I was told when I was at school. I don't believe anything anymore. I don't believe anything. Maltese Phil is here. Hello there. Hello, Maltese Phil. Yeah, we're basically been polluted. Our minds have been polluted by foreign powers and by just globalism, which is an inherent foreign power. They're saying everybody is alike. Should there be universities? Should there be this many universities? Should 50% of the population go to universities? You know, should we let the government decide how many people go to university? These are the questions. And Qataris, that's true. I mean, and they gave Donald Trump an airplane, the Qataris, and they support Palestine, the Qataris. So these, you're right, Lucy. You can't trust it. You can't trust the universities. You got to. There's that old saying. Do you remember the old saying? Follow the money. Follow the money. I don't know if I look that good. I'm so tired. I didn't go to sleep until about 5 o'clock in the morning last night. I haven't been sleeping. Well, I have been sleeping, but last night I didn't sleep. I've taken up speed reading. I can read War and Peace in 10 seconds. It's only about 3 words, but it's a start. You know, that's a joke. That's a pretty good joke. You can read War and Peace in 10 seconds. It's only 3 words, but that's a good joke. Claire says, "Hi, Lucy. That's really nice. That's really nice." I see you says, "I'm not easily brainwashed. Not unless I don't know I am being brainwashed." You know what? I see you. That's the essence. We have no idea. There's so much garbage up there. Look at how we believed in vaccines, in germ theory. Look at how we believe that we're all going to die from COVID. that we have to stay 6 feet apart, that climate change is real. We believed it. We didn't know that we were being brainwashed. The people who are brainwashing us don't even know that they're brainwashing us. So how are we supposed to know we're being brainwashed? That's such a good point. That is such a good point. Okay. That is such a good point. I am with you. Lucy says hello to Claire. That's nice. We're all friends. We got 30 viewers so far, at least. Anyway, AstraZeneca, A to Z, have stalled 200, I guess maybe £1 million investment in Cambridge. Maybe the PhD peeps are starting to get it. P.S. Your hair looks fab. Thank you, Van Dam. Thank you, Van Dam. That's really nice of you to say. I mean, I'm not dressed for today's show. I'm not really here. So we're going to try to take this thing really slow. But thank you, John Van Dam. Thank you. I really like to hear that. I like to hear that. Today I woke up, I had incredibly good news. I don't know whether you listened to me yesterday, but I had some bad news, really, really, really bad news yesterday, which is I went out and I went walking and I had 2 ice creams. About 400 calories of ice cream. I had that. And when I came in, I thought to myself, I've lost my diet. I've been going down. I'd been at 77 for about a week or more, 77 kilograms. And I was really depressed. I was so depressed yesterday. But then I woke up, and this morning, I mean, it's not quite as simple as that because I have to, I can tell how much I'm going to weigh even before I go to sleep. But I woke up this morning and I was 76.6. 76. So I went down about 500. I went down about a pound in weight from yesterday. So I'm now 76. So it looks, I don't know, can I show you? And I'm wearing just my cruddy t-shirt, which I stole from a friend. I'm not going to say who I stole it from. I borrowed it. See, I mean, I don't think. And it's a small. It's a small. And look at this. Can you see this? Can you see how? I don't want to take up much of it. But I mean, I still have whatever this is. I don't even know what it is. But I'm on my way. So you guys can talk about your weight loss thing because when you wake up thinner, you're so happy. When you wake up thin, you're so happy. Okay? And ice cream is a problem. It is a problem with me. Overeating is a problem with me. But maybe under the tutelage of Claire, who's quite helpful with my weight loss, she tells, I don't know, what do you say you do in a situation like that? You start a new day. That's what she said. You start a new day. Thank you. I'm addicted. Yes, I am, Jedster. We're all addicted to food because food affects every bit of brainwashing. And then yesterday, by accident, I sent Kermit a dirty picture. Did you see that dirty picture that I sent you? It was horrible. It was horrible. So I've got to be careful. I was sending it to somebody else, and I sent it to Kermit. And what do you think? Anyway, so that's what happened. So I had a really bad night after our live stream last night where I felt I had attacked the King of England, and it's not my business. I'm visiting this country. You know what I mean? I'm just passing through. We needed you yesterday, Vantanai's Music. You missed a good music chat. We had a good music chat yesterday, I think, didn't we? What's up with Sean Connery's voice? Plan and applying. Do I sound like I've got Sean Connery's voice? Small works fine. Yep, it suits you. I think it does. I don't know whether you can see whether I look great, but being thin is so important to me, and I think it's important to all of us. Being thin and beautiful, and it's totally doable, and you don't have to take injections or pills for the rest of your life. You don't have to. You can just adjust the way, and that's what I do. And so I'm really happy with myself. Here, Lucy says, and she's talking to me, because she actually says Lewis, which is really nice of her to talk to me. I've told you this before. Ice cream helps you lose weight. It could, but not ice cream with 2 huge pieces of Oreos biscuit. I don't know. So I went out and I walked about 14,000 steps. So maybe that had something to do with it. Ian Haig says, I had dinner at Uri Geller's house and got soup all down my front. Is that a joke about him bending spoons? No, we spoke about Bob Dylan a lot, and I cried yesterday. Did you see me crying? I like to cry because I think you girls like it when I cry. I think it makes it doesn't make you like me more. I feel more likable when I'm crying. And if you remember the first few shows that we did, I was crying. I cried every single day for like 3-4, I was crying. I was crying listening to Bob Dylan. Things have changed, basically. Oh my God, nudes, Lewis. Yes, I sent him a nude picture. I never saw a thing. That's why I like Kermit. I'd be more upset. Yeah. I'd be more upset at spending $5 a day on ice cream. Well, that's how much it costs. It cost me almost $5 for 2 ice creams. A little ice cream bar, 70 grams, is £2, between £2.10 and £2.40 at the shops. Yeah. I sent nudes by accident. I was trying to send them to you, Joodles. Anyway, but Kermit, I deleted it quickly, but who knows? Who knows if it's out there? No one's, anyway, it was because I'm having a sexual, whatchamacallit, a sexual renaissance. It's a renaissance. On an unrelated note, says Jedster, how's the trauma therapy going, Kermit? I mean, it would be traumatic to get a nude picture of me. I mean, it would be like, oh my God, it destroyed me. It was horrible. It was just, it would be. I mean, I didn't lose any sleep over, but maybe I should have. So I'm apologizing to you, Kermit. I'm glad I sent it to you, at least, because you have I know you're more reasonable. Claire says this is what Claire says. It does make every day a happy one being skinny. It does. It does. You can wear clothes. People find you more attractive. I will find you more attractive if you're skinny. I mean, I'll still do you if you're fat and heavy. I will because I'm trying to be a cult leader here. I don't know exactly what that meant. We spoke about being a cult leader. I don't even know if I am, but I'd like to be a cult leader. So I want to be that. Skinny is the new fat, says Julian. Thank you, Julian. Yeah, there's something beautiful about being thin. Lucy says, no, Lewis. No, Lewis. Blackadder, who I hope I wasn't rude to you yesterday. Was I rude to you yesterday? I got a bit upset yesterday because I didn't like, there's a British attitude which is so un-American, which is there's nothing we can do about it. That's the British attitude. And it worked for a number of years. Well, we got to fight. I think we have to fight in America. Everyone is forming a committee. Everyone is doing something. And it's the same thing here when I went into the Camberwell Cemetery to stop them from cutting down acres of trees, or to try to stop them from cutting down acres for trees. I'm thinking, I've got to do something. And that's a very American thing. Or like on my estate when they wanted to take the green space and put a building to blow, which they still might do, a building. I said, I've got to do something because I'm an American. And I want you guys to do something too. I know fat women who identify as slim, as she is slender. Slender. That's funny too, Russ. Yeah, people do. They do think they're thin, and I mean, fat in and of itself is not incredibly unattractive. It's not unattractive, but when you're dealing with a guy like me who's 17% gay, we should call this show the 17% gay show. You've got to do everything you can to be attractive. If you're a woman, you got to be everything you need to do. And my father was fat, and my mother got fat. You know what I mean? My father was like almost American fat. He couldn't wipe his own bottom. And he got diabetes, and he got prostate disease, and he died of a cerebral hemorrhage. So I'm against fat. And being thin, you walk around with a little, I'm trying to be young. That's what I'm trying to be. I say, let's be young together, even though I'm so old. Let's be young. Be nice and thin. Is it fine? Thank you, Blackadder. It happens. We all have triggers. Mine is lefties, for instance. Yeah. Well, mine is the King of England because I think, if it was explained to me why the king is so necessary and that he supported the British, English, Anglo-Saxons, Celts, Cornish, Irish, then you could say, okay, it's good. But he's busy supporting the Commonwealth. He's busy supporting the world. He's becoming a Muslim. He's becoming a Muslim, and Muslims hate Jews. I'm sorry, not all Muslims hate Jews, but it's in their book that they hate Jews. They hate Jews, and I happen to be a Jew. It's like, if you hate English people, it's like, I don't like you, because my kids are English. I don't want my children to be picked on. Why was the skinny scientist so excited? He won Nobel Prize. He won the Nobel Prize. Why was the skinny scientist so excited? Says Russ. He won the Nobel Prize. These are good jokes. These are good jokes. Daz. Hello, Daz. Claire. Talking to Claire. Beautiful. Claire is so skinny. She's like this delightful skinny. And Claire knows this. I've said this to Claire. I've heard it more in the last 5 years than ever before. It's similar to it's all right for some. What did Claire say? What did you say about that? What's all right? I also dislike when people say that will never happen. Okay. Shall we just give up then? Yes, that's my point. We've got to fight. We've got to say he's not my king. I mean, he's my king. Of course, he's our king. He's king of this country. But he doesn't represent this country. It's like he doesn't represent this country. We need someone to represent the Angles, the Saxons, the Jutes, the Cornish, whatever. I forget all the peoples there. Thank you, Claire. Well, you are slender and beautiful. Not that I don't. I've gone out with fat girls or girls with some fat. Is that true? Is that true? Is that true? Don't say that that's true. Don't scare me, Lucy. Is that true? Did I post a dirty picture to Twitter? Are you making a joke? Don't be that way. Don't be that way. What did I post? What did I post? I don't even know how to check it on this thing. I've got that screen, but I don't know where it is. Let me see if I can get it. My profile coming soon. Where is there a dirty picture? Oh, my feet? Today's picture of my feet? I mean, I was sort of brave of my feet. Yeah. Yeah. You got to be careful, Lucy, because I have a lot of nude pictures of me because since I've turned skinny, I've got a lot of nude pictures on my machine. They're pictures that I've taken, and a lot of times pictures that come up on WhatsApp. They come under in a box underneath. So please, Lucy. Yeah. I mean, could you see? Those are my feet. And I was reticent about posting pictures of my feet tonight, Lucy, because on one, my feet don't look that bad, but one side I've had a lot of toenail fungus in the past, and now my toenails are damaged, and I'm thinking, should I post a picture that actually shows my toenails? Lucy, should I have shown that? Can you see the toenail? I mean, it hasn't gone completely away, the toenail fungus, but it's not itchy, and my feet aren't itchy, and I don't have athlete's feet anymore. I don't have gout, and I don't have plantar fasciitis, but I was a bit concerned. Was I right to be concerned? Was I right to be concerned? I don't know. I see you. Louis for King. Yeah, maybe. We'd all have to eat ice cream. No, we wouldn't. I see you. We wouldn't have to eat ice cream because ice cream is bad. And just because I eat ice cream doesn't mean it's a good thing to eat. I mean, the amount of worry that I had yesterday after I ate the ice cream and just feeling I had to go walk 14,000 steps because I thought I better walk this off. And, you know, walking is not the most effective for walking off fat. What do you think, Joodles? Do you think my feet looked okay? I was also concerned because I took it in the bedroom and I've got really cheesy tiles. You know, cheesy tiles. And, you know, so they're going to look and they're going to see that Lewis's bedroom has cheesy tiles because I haven't fixed up my flat. I mean, I painted the walls here with my son. Not the producer son, the other son, the tall, handsome, beautiful son. And what's going on here? Let's just see how we're doing. Can we all like this thing? Can we press the like? Just take a moment and press the like. Can we go and subscribe, people? Can we do that? Can we like? Can we subscribe? There we got 16 people liking it already. 34 people watching it on a Tuesday. That's good. All good people. So what's the answer about my feet? I'm still stuck. That was your bathroom floor. Oh my God. Yeah. It was my kitchen. It was my bedroom floor. It was my bedroom floor. Okay, there you go. Oh my God, I'm eating my tea. Okay, you don't need to see my feet. Does it look bad or does it? But I said to myself, I want to be liked. You know, listen to what Joe says, Lewis. Don't you feel your flat is home as you're not finished? Don't you feel your flat is home as you've not finished decorating, etc.? Do you mean that, or don't you feel it's not home because I haven't finished decorating? How do you finish decorating? I'm just so lazy. I'm like a poor guy. I don't know. I've seen much worse feet on much younger men. Yeah, I've had bad feet for they were like this 20 years ago or more. And it's only when I went on a low-carb diet that my feet stopped getting worse. My feet aren't itchy. My feet were itchy every single year. Every single summer, they were. They were. Joe, could you rewrite that sentence? Because I don't know what exactly you meant. I liked you in the kitchen and the lounge. But once I go into my own bedroom, I have my whatchamacallit there. My scale there, and I measure my scale every night. And because I lose just by living. Here's a question I didn't know, but I know now. In order to get thin, where does the fat, when you burn fat, where does the fat go? Where does it go? Where does the fat go? You're right. Nobody said it, but nobody said anything. Where does it? Lewis, have you considered that you're allergic to carbs? You are the only one I've seen so ravaged by them. Yeah, everybody's ravaged. If you see anybody with skin tags, that's high carbs. Let's say they have, if you look at the picture on my YouTube channel, you'll see psoriasis. I had my skin was peeling. My skin was all inflamed. Irritation causes inflammation. No, Claire, it doesn't go down the toilet. It does not go down the toilet. Let's say I'm sitting here right now. An hour from now, I will weigh about 100 grams less. 100 grams less just by living. Where does it go? I'm going to ask it again because it's a very interesting answer to this question. I mean, once you know it, it's not that interesting, but, it was interesting when I heard it. And Alan Williams, it's my parents' 60th anniversary soon, apparently. Do I have to buy something? I mean, people who've been married for 60 years, that means they're at least 78 years old. And older people don't like stuff. They might like a nice apple. I remember my grandmother likes an apple. Doesn't fat turn into carbon dioxide? And where does the carbon dioxide go, Darklands? Lucy, I thought the same things, Blackadder. What did Blackadder say? It goes, you have considered that you're allergic to carbs. You only have been so ravaged. No, most people are ravaged by them. All diabetes, all cancer, all heart disease is caused by carbs. I don't care what you say. Well, I'm going to give Darklands the 2 points. Doesn't fat turn into carbon dioxide? Yes, it does. So you breathe it out. You breathe out your fat. You can't see it. It's there, though. It's there. You think you're peeing it out. You're not. You think you're pooing it out. You're not. You're breathing it out. Anyway, so I'm eating new potato again. Yum. Eating eggs. Well, new potatoes are nice. They're not really nice. You have to put meat sauce on it or sauce on it in order to really, to think. When you sleep, your body burns calories too. Yes, that wasn't my question, Claire. My question was, where does the fat that you've used in your system, where does it go? It goes out as carbon dioxide. Blackadder speaking to Lucy. Lucy, laugh out loud. Is only logical explanation aside from a little extra weight. I don't suffer from nothing else, and I eat bread daily. Well, what else? What do you have? First of all, you're relatively young. Are you not Blackadder? What do you have that's wrong with you? There you go, Russ. Another joke. How many carbs do people in India eat while dieting? None. Yeah. So Blackadder eats bread daily. How much do you weigh? What do you have? You have any aches and pains? I remember I couldn't move my shoulder. I had trigger finger. It was like stuck in place. You won't weigh 100 grams less an hour, Lud says. Love Lud. An hour from now because you keep sneaking off to down Oreo ice creams. Yes, but I also write it in my MyNet diary, my app, every single thing that I eat. And I didn't eat as much yesterday as I thought I had eaten. So if you keep track of how much you're eating, you can moderate your eating thing. But thank you very much, Lud. Apologies, Dr. Schaffer. What did you say? You just didn't get the answer correctly. We breathe out. That's what we're doing. We breathe. Okay? Lucy, he'll tell you it'll catch up with you sooner or later, Blackadder. Blackadder, it'll catch up with you sooner or later. Oh, that's what Lucy just said. It will. It will. It will. I mean, it will. It's best just to avoid it all. I'm sorry. I know you can eat it, possibly eat it, but we're not meant to eat grains we're not meant to eat potatoes or tubers. They're underground. You can't eat them when they're raw. You have to cook them. So it's not a natural food. So do fat people breathe less? No, because they need oxygen. They're exporting carbon dioxide. I don't know how to answer that question. No, they do this, I mean, they breathe more because you need more. You need to be stronger and burn more in order to survive if you're fat. I'm indeed young, Lewis, but I have no health issues. Well, like that's a surprise. I had no health issues until I was 50 years old and my knee popped and I broke cartilage in my knee. And from that point onward, not because of that, but I'm 50s and 60s. I was like in bad shape. I was in really bad shape. My gums were bleeding. My teeth were falling out. My eyes had retinopathy. So, but you are young. There you go. Blackadder is young. Carbs are my starch enemy. There's another joke from Russ. Or breathe faster, Daz. What does Daz say? A lot of them breathe faster. Being fat is not sexy. Do you think it's sexy? It isn't sexy. Men don't like it. And women don't like it either. They like it better if you're nice and thin. I walk through the park. I can see people looking at me. I lost 4 stones, Darklands, after pregnancy, all by cutting out certain foods and exercise. I mean, you didn't cut out exercise, but I mean, I'm against exercise basically, even though I walked 14,000 steps yesterday in the middle of the night. I didn't realize you were a girl, Darkland, so that's really nice to know. You should probably write a self-help book. Breathe yourself thin. In a way, yeah. Breathe. Yeah, well, I don't know what to say to that. Yeah. If you don't eat and you just breathe, you're gonna lose weight. Russ says, what do you call 52 slices of bread? A deck of carbs. This is funny. This is good stuff. And you're putting the work in, Russ, and I do appreciate it. And we should all give Russ a big hand. My diet works well. You're a great advert for it. I'd like to be a better advert. I feel a bit, feel a bit something. You are the best advert for it. I mean, you're thin and beautiful. Thin and beautiful. Let's go. Is my talking about this, is it unloving? Kermit, that would make a good shot clip. What would make a good shot clip? That little bit, my little lecture there? Possibly, Daz? Thank you, Daz. Thank you, Daz, for that. I mean, it's possible to find love and be a little overweight, even be really fat. But all those, I've been watching, I get a lot of YouTube videos of like those fat, what is it called? The women who like are going around telling people it's good to be fat. They're all dead. It's so sad. They're all dead. And they could have been so happy. And I think the major reason why people don't lose weight is because they're told how hard it is to lose weight, which it is hard to lose weight. But you don't need to exercise. Everyone's saying you have to exercise. It just makes you hungrier. That's one of those things. You don't need to exercise. I mean, are the women in the videos are dead? Google dead. What is it called? Those women? They were fat influencers. They're all died. All those fat women dying, and they're sitting there eating huge amounts of food. So you want to just Google that and give us a report back, Joodles, please, if you could. I'm not asked. There's not a demand. Lud says, I'm 57 years old, Lud says, and I'm overweight according to the BMI index, which is what I was too. Even though people said, oh, you're so thin. I was at 25 point something. And you're 6'2". Ladies, 6'2". That's tall. You love a guy 6'2". So you don't look that fat. Never seen the inside of a hospital. Shows how bad my eyes are. That's a joke. A very good joke. One thing you can say about this show, there's lots of jokes, and I appreciate that. But I'm also going to say to you, a BMI index. I'll do my own BMI index right now. And maybe everybody can go and do their BMI index. Just do BMI calculator NHS. Calculate your BMI, accept analytics tools. Can you see I've got that thing right here? Let's press the button. Start now. How tall am I? Do you remember? I'm over 18. Do you remember how tall I am, everybody? How tall am I? I'm going to say I'm 5'10". I might be 5'10". How much do I weigh? I weigh 76.6 kilograms. I'm continuing. And then it asks, am I Asian or Asian British? Am I Asian background? Bangladeshi, Chinese, Indian or Japanese? No. Black African, Caribbean, black? No. Middle Eastern? I would have to say I'm Middle Eastern. I'm 100% Ashkenazi Jew. I'm 5'10". Thank you, Claire. I'm Middle Eastern or mixed multiple ethnicities. I don't think I'm that. Am I white? Do you think of me as a white person? What do you say, Lorna? What do you say, Claire? You've actually met me in person. What do you think? Am I white? I'm very dark. I mean, I know I don't look that dark here because my hair is dark, but I mean, and I haven't been out in the sun enough. You need to up your game, says Kermit Lewis. You're going to start watching Russ Alec Owen on his comedy stream. We're going, yes. Yeah, you could do that. You could do that. It's a lot of pressure to put Russ under to make up that many jokes. And he's, yeah, Lewis, you're white. This is what Joe says. Am I white? Am I a white person? Because I don't know if I am. You look white to me, says Lorna. Thank you. Alan Williams gave Lorna a heart. Let's give Lorna a heart. Aren't the Ashkenazi Jews Europeans? Well, they come from Europe, but they're directly tied to Italy and Albania and the area down there in the Mediterranean. They migrated to Anatolia, up the steppes, and into Poland and Central Europe. You are white, Lewis. Yeah, but Anatolia is Turkey, is it not? Okay, I'll say that I'm white. I don't care. Okay, so it says I've got a healthy weight, and a healthy weight can be any. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Can you see where that is? My BMI is 24.2. I'm in the healthy category. I can go down to 18.5. I'm overweight. I was overweight when I was over 25. So you guys do this too. Let's see what you guys are doing. You see what you guys are doing. Am I happy being 24.2? I want to be Claire thin. Darklands is a girl. You're 21.3. That's great. That's better than me. You win. You are the white guys that Neville was complaining about, Lewis. I guess I am, or am I? Remember, I'm not from this country. My BMI is 17. That's so low. That's so brilliant. It's all the muscle you're packing. I wouldn't call this muscle. It looks like muscle. It's not muscle. Does it look like muscle? It's not muscle. I don't do any workout. Modern day Turkey, yes. Blackadder says, but the geographical name is Anatolia. Although the Middle Ages, they migrated gradually up into Europe from Judea. Is that true? Is that true? So I'm from Asia, whatever. You're great, says Daryl. Well, thank you very much for saying that, Daryl. I think you're great. And remember, it's you are great. You are you with an exclamation point. Every time I speak to Daryl, I always have to say this. I'm perfect. You are perfect, I see you. Not in the head, not in the brain, not in the world, but your BMI is good. Well, that's what I care about. That's what I care about. When we all meet, I'll be saying how wonderful you are. I will. I'm not measuring anything, just trying to get on with life. This is what Joe says. Avril Rutherford, are you sure we don't know each other, Avril? Good evening, Lewis. Keeping active with work, building stamina, good breathing, and heart rate, cutting back gradually, eating foods without it being boring. Do not beat yourself up about what you have. That's very true. It was explained to me. A theory is you can't fight things that have already happened. But I live a life of regret. I always think I should be living a better life. Who doesn't live a life of regret? How can you not live a life of regret? I live a huge regret. That's not an exclamation point. That's an apostrophe. An apostrophe. Yes, Kermit. Sorry. Okay, Joodles. I made a mistake. Sorry. An apostrophe. I don't even know what I was thinking. I'm a bit tired, Joodles. Sorry, but thank you very much, Joodles. Thank you for pointing that out, Kermit. Okay, and Darklands has I've got heavy bones. Well, that's good. Heavy bones, I think, is helpful. Remember what is bones? Is that Arthur Kessler's 13th tribe theory of Ashkenazi origin, the idea that they came from Khazaria, which I think is north of Turkey or something, rather than the Middle East. Could be. I mean, we've been around so long. Who knows? Who knows who we are? But we've been in quote-unquote Palestine before those motherfuckers. Sorry for saying that. My sons have 1% Arab in their DNA. I mean, everybody has a little bit of something. Remember the Arabs kidnapped English people hundreds of thousands of them. The Barbary pirates, kidnaps. The Khazars, I don't even know how to pronounce it, were a tribe of steppe dwellers that converted to Judaism when expelled Jews traveled there from the Middle East. After Qazia collapsed, they moved into Europe. I mean, I never read that book, and I always heard bad things about that guy, but maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe that's true. I'm going to write that down. Arthur Kessler. He was accused of being an anti-Semite. Arthur Kessler. That was like in the 1960s, right? Life is too short, so let's just live it, says Joe. I'd like to live it as a thin man. It's not that hard. I'm not cutting back. I'm not eating half the amount of food. I'm eating the food that I want to eat. And when you think about the food that we eat, that you think, oh my God, this is so amazing. And it means you could have problems getting out of bed. You need problems getting out of bed. I couldn't get out of bed. My feet were hurting. I was itchy all over my body with psoriasis. I was an unhappy camper. So I'm telling you, thin makes people happier. I've met Claire. She's like happy all the time because she's thin and beautiful. She's thin and beautiful, and, she's thin and beautiful. Daryl, you're not thick, says Claire. You have your talents. Everybody does. Daryl says, I can't help my punctuation. I'm thick, Lewis. No education, left school early, but at least I am kind. Well, you want to know something? Kind is a really great thing to be. I'd rather a person be kind than educated. Well, it takes more education to be kind than it does to be educated. But the truth is, you could always learn something just because you never went to uni or whatever, some stupid school. Lucy, Blackadder speaking to Lucy. Sorry if it sounded stern. I study these things, and YouTube has a character limit in chat messages. Does it really? Okay, maybe I shouldn't be telling people don't punctuate. So have you read, Lucy, that book by Arthur Kessler, Darkness at the Break of Noon? That was the song I was crying to yesterday. Even the da-da-da-da still swooned, even the da-da-da-da must be da-da-da-da, Daryl. That's enough for us. Yeah, kindness. I think the people here are kind. I think so far, so good. We're told we're NAZIs, whatever. And then we're told that. We're told we're FASC. Of course we're not. Claire, you're the best, says Daryl. You always got my back, and everyone else says, yeah, that's what Claire does. Brilliant. Oh, so she's speaking to Blackadder. A kindness coach trip, yeah. Let's be kind. I don't think I'm that kind. I'm trying to be kind. So it might seem a bit awkward trying to be kind. What do you think? It's, I'm trying. But at least I'm trying. Can everybody go into the thing and press the thumbs up thing? Press the thumbs up. We got 20 on the thumbs up, which is good. And we got 40 people watching. If there are 40 people watching, if you like it here enough to actually watch, you can like it here enough to actually like the stream and press subscribe. We're up to 1,100. We are good people, all of us, here at the Louis Schaffer fan club. I mean, is this a Louis Schaffer fan club? Okay, I'll take it. I mean, we're talking about, is this a cult? And I'm thinking, how can it be a cult? Doesn't the cult person, let's say it's me, have to know what I'm doing with the cult? You're fangirls, yeah. That's the sexiest sound in the entire world, is to be a fangirl. That sounds so sexy. Yeah. Yeah, that's very, very, very sexy. Do you remember you couldn't post all of Liz's First King's speech yesterday, Lewis? It's 200 characters, I think. Yes, that's true. I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't post it because the Queen's speech made me cry yesterday too. What a brave person she was. That's the kind of king we need, is Queen Elizabeth I as king. Not the king you have. So it's possible. And it's possible to be a woman and to be brave and a hero. And Queen Elizabeth was a woman and brave and a hero. She didn't say I'm equal to men, but she was saying I'm better than most men or all men. I think a man who hasn't gotten a dog but picks up dog poo is very kind. Yeah, it just bothers me because I remember when I used to be in the park 20 years ago with my beautiful boys, and every day I used to come home and there'd be poo on my shoes from being in Peckham Rye Park every single day. I didn't notice that I was stepping. Maybe I shouldn't have done it deliberately, but that's what I was thinking. Thank you, Lorna. Let's all pick up poo. Let's pick up poo. Are you fangirls and boys? I mean, I'd like that. I don't want to be a cult leader, except for sex. But, I don't, and fans, I think you're more than fans. I'm your fans. I am your fans. Hold on, I've got to send a message to a friend of mine. Let me just go over here. Okay, I can actually see the typeface here now. So I'm doing much better. So I'll be with you in 1 second. As well as some people not having Neanderthal DNA, others have ghost DNA that other people don't have. Yeah, it makes people look slightly different or maybe even big difference, What did Homo sapiens, whatever they were called, did to the Neanderthals? I don't think it's a cult, oh master. What do you want us to be? I don't know. I want you to be reasonable and nice. Reasonable and nice. That's what I want you to be. Reasonable and nice. Or needs a hobby or a girlfriend, Joe. Claire's a fan. Claire says she's a fangirl. That's lovely. Pink ladies. I'm always Rizzo. Sorry, not. What does that mean? Rizzo is the woman in the John Travolta thing. The problem of being kind person, Darkland says, and Darkland's a woman. I mean, it sounds like a man's name, Darklands, but she's a woman. The problem with being a kind person is often people take advantage of you, Joe, and his girlfriends and boyfriend. Oh, no, sorry. Take advantage of you, or maybe I've just had bad experience. It's not from being a nice guy. You could be nice and not be taken advantage of, Darklands. You just have to say no. When somebody asks you to do something, you say, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Lorna says, we are his hobby, Joe, and his girlfriends and his boyfriends. Yeah, you are. You're like my girlfriends and my boyfriends and my hobby. Yeah. Yeah, you make it easy for me to wake up in the morning. You make my day. I've always have something to do. And I hope you guys have something to do when I do this. That's why I do it every single day. To have something to do. I mean, if they called me on GB News, I would go do that or whatever, but I'd still come back because it's something to do. And I don't know whether it's helped the comedy that I'm doing. What do you think? I don't know if it has, but it's something for me to do. I was Danny, Joe. This is what Lud says. Danny, and what is the thing called? Grease. Grease is the word. Without the looks, charisma, or the singing talent. Well, I was a bit like that. I had jet black hair because I'm an Ashkenazi Jew. Darkland, some people see kindness as a weakness. Sad but true. I don't believe that. Well, and you just say that they're wrong. No, I'm helping you out, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go any further. I could see Claire. People might think that about Claire, but then Claire is a very strong woman. She's 5 foot Are you 5'10" or 5'11"? You're a very, I mean, you're rail thin. You're so slender. Anyway. How are you getting on with your neighbor? I see you. I see you. I see you. How are you getting on? This is what Joodles asks. Truth, Darkland. This is I see you says. I helped a neighbor, and she's never away from my door now. Why are people so quick to spot a soft touch? They're not. You've got to say to her, don't come around so much. I love you. Don't come around so much. That's your fault. It's not that you're a soft touch. It's that you don't. A lot of women do this. You just don't, and a lot of men too. You don't say no. I see you. Say no. Like Nancy Reagan says, just say no. Joodles, I've stopped giving her food. Now she's asking for phone top-up money. Just look at her and say no. No, don't give her any money. My neighbor, I used to feed my neighbor, but he never said, can I have some food? I used to bring it over. Grease is the word. The word that you heard. I got a groove. It's got meaning. Grease is the time. It is the place. It is the motion. Grease is the way we are feeling. All right, brilliant. Brilliant, Kermit. Love you, Kermit. Thank you, Lewis. You are my fanboy. You are my fangirl. You know this. Everyone knows this about me and Claire. You know this. I am your, you always say nice things to me. I appreciate that so much. I agree. I'm going to say no from now. Yeah, say no. Say I can't help you. Thank you. Don't make a big deal about it. Don't make a big deal. Just say no. No. No, you just got to say no. You helped her out. You smile. You say no. I'm your neighbor. I'm not your loved one. What are you doing for me? There you go, Alan Williams. That's another song. Hopelessly devoted to you. Tell her to get a contract. I see you. Yes, tell her to get a contract. I'm on gift gab. I pay £12 a month. £12 a month, and I never run out of minutes. £12 a month. The best Total Torch song. It's a great song, Joe says. And she's saying it to Daryl. That's the first musical we ever did in our youth group, Joodle says. And I still remember the dance to that, yeah. Well, you were probably quite a good dancer, Joodles, were you not? Were you not? That's not how she lives. She lives off other people, says I see you to Lorna. She doesn't get a contract. She lives off other people, yeah. So you just got to say no. I mean, it's not going to make you feel good. That's the problem. It doesn't make you feel good when you say no to somebody, even if someone doesn't deserve it. I see you being kind is always good, but is necessary. You got to be necessary to be stern with ungrateful hands. Even with grateful hands, Blackadder, you just have to say no. You just have to say no. You say, you know what, I love you, but the answer is no. I mean, don't say no to me. I need your help. I'm not making any money at all, basically. I pay about $5. There you go. Kermit pays $5. I get on Smarty. What is Smarty? I pay me and Mom and Dad's phone contracts for about 12 quid. Yeah. Well, what kind of phone do you have? Will that work with men, though, saying no? They'll just stick around till you say yes. Medical Cannabis says, you know what? I think more and more they don't hang around if you say no to them. I mean, like with my girlfriends, they just said, I'm marrying you, or you're not leaving me. And I go, okay. Libera, this is what Joodle says, is a $5 a month too, Kermit, and was 99p for the first 3 months. That's so cheap. I really like it. Wise words, Blackadder, yeah. £5. I pay £12. But you have to remember one thing about me, guys. I'm an internationally famous comedian, celebrity, superstar who's been on TV. I need top-of-the-line phone service. What a scrounger. It's time to say, get lost. Yeah. That begins with F and ends with F. 2 words. Oh, I see what it is. I know exactly what that is. I get that, Lorna. You're totally right. Have you ever done any musical stage, Lewis? You're obviously a great singer. No, I'm not a great singer. Thank you for saying that, lad. I don't think have I ever done it. In high school, I was in plays and things. Have you ever done any musical stage? No. So I have not done that. Get about 5 gigabyte unlimited minutes and texts for £5. That's so cheap. I have to look at my situation here with Rose. She looked at it. Daz is on GiftGaff too. It's great. Get free data, etc. in Europe, says Daz. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy with it, but I don't go to Europe anymore that much. I went to Malta last time, but other than that, I don't. Can we go over and can we make sure? I know there are 35 people watching. Can we like this stream? Can we subscribe to this stream? Also, make sure you got Discord ready. You can go to Discord after the show's over. Can we do that? Thanks. It's a mix of common sense and what parents have taught me. Black Hat. I think we're talking about you got to say no to people. You've got to say no. But the singing is my favorite part of these shows. Well, you know what it is. Like, thank you very much, Joodles. You are my favorite part of these shows. The truth is, here's what the truth is. I like singing the songs because they bring me back in time. And I don't feel I'm going to be demonetized. I can't be demonetized anyway. Talk Mobile used to give free data in Europe, and now they're sesky punts and have limited it to a few gigs. Okay. Buy him a coffee. Yes, Ko-fi.com. Thank you, Kermit. Buy me a coffee, £5. Do I sound like I'm pleading and begging? I don't think it's attractive. It isn't attractive, but I do appreciate when you post these, Kermit. I appreciate Kermit so much. I've actually seen him and spoken to him and like him. Should I admit that I like you? Anyway, I have never heard of any of these things. I'm with EE. Yeah. It's like, do you remember when three, what was three? Three was basically, why do they name the company Three? Because on a scale of 1 to 10, it was like a 3. It was a 3. Caroline Cooper's here. Good to see you. Darklands. I'm with Tesco Mobile. Thought £15 a month was cheap. I didn't realize you could do it for £5. Dubes is looking very demure this evening. Has something serious but not tragic happened? I don't know. I hope not, because we like her husband. Her husband is what's his name? They claim it's because of Brexit, but it just means they weren't legally obliged to provide Euro stuff. So they just said, screw it. That's what Kermit says. They don't have to do it. Daryl says she loves my singing. I appreciate that. I had a part as a singer. I'm trying to remember in what play in school, and they gave me the part, and I went there. In Great Neck North Senior High School, and I sang with the singing guy, probably a gay guy or something, and he said, no, we can't use you, and they fired me. And I remember walking down the hallway of Great Neck North Senior High School, John L. Miller, Great Neck North Senior High School, and feeling so demoralized and bad. And feeling really bad because I'd just been fired and told I'm no good. It's a really awkward feeling. I mean, I survived, obviously. I was about 15 years old. I survived, but it's not a good feeling. So that's why I'd like to sing, and my voice has gotten better because I've been to speech therapy. Okay. I mean, this is turning out all right. What happened here? Okay, so that's what happened to me. That's my high school story. Have you had any stories like that, like when you were young and you were fired and you thought your world was ending? It was so embarrassing They just said, you can't sing, Lewis. It's like, well, what do you mean? Of course, I couldn't sing. I never sung, you know. Smarty runs on 3, but 3 has a terrible customer service based in India. Smarty is all online, and it's way more convenient. Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't had any problems with Google. I mean, with giffgaff. You know, you hate to have problems. I sacked 3, says Lorna. Threatened them with suing the bastards. I won. Oh, that's amazing. Can't see your face. Okay, that's a nice thing to say, Leanne. Can you see me now? I'm looking at you right now, Leanne. Lewis, do you just want to do an hour now? And an hour later, Lewis. But don't get all worked up again later if you won't sleep again tonight. Yeah. Well, let's do we won't do a full 2 hours. But people have, you're listening. I mean, I'm a bit slower today. Can we all like this thing? We have only 20 likes. Let's have 35 likes, 26 likes. Let's have 35 likes. Let's have 35 likes. That's a good question, Judith. What do you think? I don't want to end it right now. I'm speaking in a much slower way. Is this a problem? Is this not as interesting the way that I'm speaking? I'm not all worked up over it. You know, I'm not all worked up over it. Hi, Lewis. Hope you're well. Warren Foster is here. He comes from Warsaw, do you not? Thank you for coming in. Can you do me a favor, Warren? Can you like the stream and can you make sure that you're subscribed? Leanne, same thing. Can you like the stream and make sure you're subscribed? Warren is here, yeah, from Warsaw. You're absolutely fine, Lewis. Just looked a bit distracted there. Yeah, because I had to text a friend of mine. Okay. Warren Foster says hi. I mean, it's nice. So Alex is here too. Caroline Cooper, beautiful Caroline Cooper is here. Beautiful, beautiful Caroline Cooper. Yeah, I mean, we've all had problems with our phone things. I mean, I used to pay top dollar because I had Apple iPhone. I had an iPhone 3, and then I had an iPhone 4. And the iPhone 4 I lost. And I had to pay £40 a month. £40 a month. For 20 months, maybe. That was the longest 20 months of my life. Who hasn't had to pay on a contract? You know, who hasn't had to pay? It's like, why my phone now is a cheapo Moto G? My son's phone broke, and it was like the pain when you lose an app, and he had to go out and pay $300, $400. Who knows how much money he paid for a phone? He's a young kid. He spends a lot of money. Okay. Speak any way you feel like, Lewis. Thank you. Thank you very much. But I want to be as interesting as possible. You have hurt me, LOL. What did you hurt me for? I don't want you to be my boss, Joe says. Why? Because of what you said? We might do an hour later. Do you enjoy the 11 o'clock show? I haven't put it up. I'm only putting this one up on whatchamacallit. I mean, it might be all right. Do I seem like I don't feel like I'm falling asleep. I'm just taking it easy. Taking it easy. That's what I'm doing. Lorna says she was a kind boss. I'm waiting for Black Friday to get a new phone. Okay. I mean, I go to CEX and I buy a used phone. They're expensive. They're about £200 in CEX. CEX has a lot of phones that are like between 60 and 80, 90 pounds. You know, I mean, that's not a lot. I don't pay with Utility Warehouse. It's all in my other bills. Unlimited text. I don't pay, says I see you. What do you mean you don't pay? It's all in my other bills. Unlimited texts and calls. It's free. The late night ones are really relaxing. Are they relaxed? It's a bit different. I don't know, why is it so different? I guess because we can't go to sleep after this. You know? I mean, I go out. I'm going to walk about 10,000 steps. Thank you very much. I'm getting a nice message. 10,000 steps. Okay. And I'll go down to the Chinese restaurant and I'll buy some pork spare ribs. I mean, it's not super cheap, but it's delicious. You were more fired up at 11 o'clock. So yes, do the late show. I guess I am more fired up. I don't know why that is. Maybe because I'm reminded of being on GB News at that hour and having to be wired up. And here I think this is, I don't know. I can't tell. You have to tell me. You have to tell me, Lewis, pick up the pace or Lewis. I don't even want to ask because I'm afraid whatever you're going to say. Caroline Cooper said, I had a horrendous time with Talk Internet. Their customer support was based in Durban. That's South African. Basically infuriating. Infuriatingly time-consuming and useless. Okay, there you go. So thank you very much, Caroline Cooper. I love that name. There's something really majestic about the name Caroline Cooper. It's just such a good name. They were meant to apologize as well, Kermit says. And it went something like, we're sorry you felt we missed the mark or something. And I told them that it wasn't really an apology. Yeah, but sometimes a lot of times they can't apologize because if they apologize, then that's an admission of guilt and they got to send you money, Kermit. Am I right? Having EE broadband means unlimited SIM on everything for £10. It's so cheap. Do you remember how expensive it used to be back in the day? 40, 50, 60 pounds a month 20 years ago. It was so expensive. Look on Hot UK Deals, and there's a mad SIM only from Labara. This is what Warren Forster says. And Kermit says he's on EE broadband, and you're about to change. I find I'm going to put in a plug for GiftGaff because I like GiftGaff's been. I'm not saying they've been good to me. I'm sixth in line for the crown, says Alan Williams, but I don't want to overtake Claire by posting spurious texts like this. Don't overtake Claire. It's important to Claire. But you can. I think Claire will live with it. Dirt and poison. I don't understand. That's a joke. Let's explain that. I've got lots of my phones. I've got a lot of my phones of Marketplace or off Marketplace, dirt cheap. There's dirt cheap phones out there, I mean, I have my phone. It's a Moto G 84, and it cost me about £200. And I broke two of them, but I'm still using one. They had to send me £100 anyway, Louis Schaefer. The ombudsman made them. Yeah, well, they were bad. I was thinking about dial-up internet the other day. Yeah, remember that? Remember that? I'm old enough to remember when internet was it 18.5 or something, or 24.5? Can you believe that? Now my internet is so fast. I'm going to see what my internet is. Let's everybody do a check of their internet. I'd like to know what it is. Because mine, I use speed test. Do you guys use speed test? I use speed test. Okay. I'm amazed. This is what ICU says, that the price of new phones, stupid prices. Who pays that? People do pay it. That's a good point, ICU. Who pays for £1,400 for a new phone? I mean, I don't anymore, but I did back in the day. If I paid £40 a month, I was paying that back in 2005. Lorna has a Hutchinson, has a Samsung, right? ICU has a Nokia. I thought the same things Blackadder says to ICU. I got my phone for £100 and it's 7 years old now, working like new. For that money, might as well get a new car. Totally true. You can get a new car for £1,000. I go to Cheetham Hill in Manchester for secondhand phones. The immigrants have their uses. Laugh out loud. Yeah, it's bad though. Isn't it bad? Okay. So my MPS, my upload is 151, and my download is 152 Mbps. That's so fast, 151. I'm happy with that. I'm happy. Thank you, Leanne. Why, Kermit? I don't have EE. My ex does, so I haven't moved my contract yet as too cheap. Laugh out loud. If you stay a model or two behind when you were, then you were good to go. Says I don't agree with that. I'll tell you why. I don't stay a model. I stay about 6 months behind on the Moto Gs. So, but I'm with you. I used to have Apple computers, and I had Apple computers for like 40 years from the 1980s. And I used to buy last year's old Apples, and they were Apples. But now old Apples are so expensive. So the answer to that question is, Scott, maybe you're right. I'm about to go to Grain for broadband, I think. 900 megabyte up and down. They just had the street up, so I may as well take advantage. Okay, what is 900 megabytes? So I'm on 152. Are you on 900? Oh, that is so good. Dial up, and you couldn't use the landline at the same time. Yeah, it's true. And it used to make that weird sound. Just wait to get connected to the new world of the internet. Yeah, it's amazing. Is Makeshift 101 is here. Hello, Makeshift. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. While I have your attention. Could you just press like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed? But like, that would mean a lot to me. Darklands is 381. No, I'm only 152. His E is 900. Good for gaming, Kermit. Oh my God, Leanne, that's amazing. Download is 21 Mbps, and your upload is 19. So I'm doing better than Alex. I don't want to do that much better than Alex. That's quite amazing. That's quite amazing. It's really 900. I almost don't believe that. 152. I remember when it wasn't even a million. When it wasn't even a million. Or 1 gigabyte. What are you phoning your MP about? They don't care about us. Maybe they do. Lauren, I've seen a few PJ1 boxes being used for book swaps. What is a PBJ boxes? Lorna, I see you, Judels, a very small rural town in Yorkshire, Norton. I mean, where you live up there, Judels, it sounds so nice. I always like, I always love. First job when I came on, okay. Phone. So we're going to end the show in about 5 minutes. And I think this has been good. We've been on for an hour and 25 minutes. Is that enough? Will you, if I come online at 11 o'clock, and I'm not guaranteeing, will you be there? Will you be there for me? We could talk more about phones, because everybody has one, and they're really interesting. And I'm going to look up this Grain thing. I'm going to mark it down and then forget about it totally. Grain thing, right next to my Arthur Kessler thing. Grain thing. Phone. There you go. Okay, Alex, we'll be there. Okay, but thank you very much. Yes, I'll see you later. Thank you, Darklands. Book swaps. What is a book swap? Is that like downloading books over the internet? It's possible it could be. It's possible. Never enough of you, Lewis. I will be there if I don't fall asleep. I will try my best. That's all we can do. And if you're not there, I'll see you another time. Don't apologize. You don't need to apologize. I love you, Leanne. Don't apologize. Grain is about 30 quid for 900 megabytes, way less than I'm paying now for about 80 megabytes. That's the amount of information you're uploading, but that's not the speed. Is 90 megabytes the speed? I'd like to know. Is that the speed? I think this has been one of our best shows. I mean, I've really enjoyed it. I mean, it hasn't been as long as other shows, but I think it's been pleasant. It's been pleasant. I mean, maybe I'll go back to bed right now. Maybe I'll go out and get an ice cream, something. I don't know. It's only 6:30. It's going to be, by the time I leave the house, I don't know. The problem is I've got to make sure I've got enough battery life, which I do. I recommend my phone too, except the screen broke. Other than that, Lucy comes in there. Shush Weavers. Can we all, before we go, can you all, and when I say all, I mean everyone, even the people who haven't posted, go on, just like the thing, like it. So we have over 30 people there. Just like it. Joodles, Leanne, Blackadder, I see you. Just like it. Daz, Lud, Alex, Darklands, Lucy, I see you. Caroline Cooper, Shish Weaver, Blackadder, Lorna, Joe. Thank you. Just so we have it up there. Kerry was here. I missed Kerry totally. Sorry about that, Kerry. Good to see you, Kerry. Kermit's of course Kermit knows to like it, but Avril Rutherford, I mean, that name sounds like an ex-girlfriend of mine. And she lives up in Cramen, which I have been to, up in Cramen in Edinburgh. My son's in Cramen right now. He's up there in Cramen. I shouldn't be revealing this information, but he's up there. Okay, Lucy, Claire, beautiful Claire, Daryl. I mean, just fantastic. Someday we'll all meet and we'll go, oh my God, you're so beautiful. You'll say that to me. You will say that to me. You'll say, Louis, you're so beautiful. Anyway, so let's all do that. Let's also make sure, does anybody need the new Discord? That could be good. How about getting into Patreon and send me £3? £3. I mean, I pretend like I'm rich. So I know you're thinking, what does that guy need money for? But I'm not rich. So, but whatever. Patreon, which is Patreon, whatever it is, .com/Louis Schaffer, or PayPal. How about just PayPal? You can send me a single thing. Or even more important, the Ko-fi thing, Kofi, the Ko-fi thing. It's just good to know. Good to know. It's a small price to pay for being a fanboy or a fangirl of the one and only internationally famous stand-up comedian, superstar, celebrity who used to be on TV. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a show tonight at 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, we'll do a show, an hour show. The show, we've done 2 of them. They tend to be a bit breezier. I'm not going to trash the King of England or you for supporting the King of England. I'm not going to do that, okay? I'm not going to. But it should be relaxing. And then at 12, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm not going to stay up all night. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to be tired and go to sleep. But that's what I'm going to do. Ian Higgs is here and Daryl is here. It's just a total joy. So before I leave, I'm going to tell you how many likes we have. How many likes we have? 30 likes. That's brilliant. I mean, we got 41 people here, but that's 30 likes, which is good, and 40 people watching. So big thank you. Is there anything else I need to say to you people? Because I love you. I love you. I mean, I don't really love you because I'm an internationally famous celebrity, TV star, comedian, and streamer. I'm famous. I'm absolutely famous. I mean, I'm not that, obviously. You know the truth. Okay. Thank you, Blackadder. Thank you, Alan Williams. Thank you, Joe. I'm going to find out who Jilly Cooper is. Let's write down Jilly Cooper. I'm putting it on a piece of paper. I'm doing this for you, Joe. Jilly Cooper. We found out she was 81 years old, so she lived a nice life. The pervy Lewis. I happen to be quite pervy, Alex. And I'm getting pervier and pervier. He can afford a $5 a day on ice cream. He's doing okay. Thank you, Kermit. Yeah, I'm a rich man, a $5 a day on ice cream. But I don't, spend it on other stuff. Anyway, I am pervy. And I don't even know what that means, but I am pervy. Okay, let's wave goodbye. Are you going to wave goodbye? Let's say goodbye. I'm going to end the stream in exactly 1 minute. Thank you, Dara. Lots of love to you too. Thank you. And see you at 11 p.m. tonight. Another show.